Good day to one and all. I welcome you all to this discussion on analytics, a primer, basically a curtain raiser. I am Dr. Badrinath, Associate Professor and a Data Analytics Consultant. So in the agenda for today, we would be seeing about the basics of what is the idea called analytics. So what is analytics? What do we mean by data and information vis-a-vis? How does it affect the business analytics? And is there any difference between the business analytics and data analytics? What do we mean by data science, scope, domain, and area of analytics, techniques, software tools, analytics value chain, role of digital literacy, and jobs. So this we would be doing in 2 sessions. I would be now taking the first session. So we are trying to understand here what is the concept of analytics. As seen on the screen, analytics is nothing but a scientific process that examines raw data to meaningful conclusions from the data. It gives insight into information to help organizations make better decisions. With this definition, we will go into the next slide. I will try to make you understand what is the difference between data and information so that more clarity can be arrived at when it comes to the terminology called analytics. So data is an individual unit of information about a person or an event. Information is a processed and organized data presented in a desired format. So it's a very simple idea to understand. If I were to tell you 56, it is a mere number. So 56 as a number has no value or a purpose or a meaning or a context to it unless you interpret it. For example, I say 56 kilograms. When I mention the word kilograms, instantly the 56 means weight. So the same 56, when I say it is 56, number 56, Mr. Pradeep, then the 56 number assumes a roll number. Similarly, the same number in different contexts can give different and varied meaning and the purpose of where it is being used. So data is a raw number called 56. But when it is decorated, when it is involved with some context, some meaning, some purpose, let us say 56 kilograms, etc., then you call it as a information. Now let's look at what is business analytics. See, what is the analytics is that there is a data, the information, the play between data and information is analytics. Bringing numbers into context is called analytics. See, all the places that you are seeing here is all filled with numbers. For instance, there are 2 eyes. 2 is a number. There are four organs of your body. That's 2 hands and 2 legs. 4 number. There are 5 fingers. 5 is a number. You see a tree. You say there are 1444 leaves, which means that 1444 is a number. Similarly, anything around you can be converted in a quantitative form or a numerical form. This is basically analytics. But that analytics can be used in technical, non-technical. Technical is generally in engineering applications, science applications, or something to do with the technology, purely technology, like machine learning and artificial intelligence, etc. There is also non-technology areas where analytics is used. This is commerce areas, typically business operations, where consumer sentiments, consumer behavior, consumer brand loyalties, and what are the consumption patterns. So these are being understood through numbers. Then we have the marketing strategies. How are we going to create channels? How are we going to improve the return on investment? Similarly, operations. Similarly, for the workplace related things. So almost all the areas or functions of a corporate, whether it is human resource, whether it is finance, whether it is marketing, whether it is operations, whether it is IT, information technology, or whether it is logistics, or whether it is anything, is totally and completely affected and touched by the concept of analytics. So, what is business analytics? Which means, essentially, going by the previous discussion that I had, all the areas of business is now touched by numbers, and that is called business analytics. Say, for example, if you are a salesperson, you are going to your boss asking for a budget for advertisement. Your boss says, okay, I want to put up a big banner, sir, in front of this particular college. And your boss is trying to ask justification from you. The banner cost is going to be some 5,000 rupees. And then when you put it out for the rental charges for the banner, it might be about 20,000. So 25,000 will be the cost for putting up this advertisement. And what would be my return on investment? If you are going to say, sir, it will certainly come, don't worry, it is not an acceptable argument. Then what is an acceptable argument, sir? You will have to clearly mention how many people are there in the college, what is your product, how will the product or the hoarding there be in a position to attract the attention of the people in the college, and what would be the result? As a result of this advertisement, is there any benefit to both the consumer and for the company, and the product, would it be sold? So these are some things that you will analyze deeply in the form of numbers. This is called business analytics at the basic level. Now let's read through this. The study of analytics often involves analyzing historical data to look for potential trends, to understand the effects of certain decisions, or to evaluate the performance of business basis of the decisions made. This comprehensive knowledge of past trends and decisions can form the basis on which corrective actions can be taken to get better results. Simply speaking, your ability to predict future based on the past data available is called analytics. And when you do it in the business domain, it is called business analytics. Now, what is the difference between business analytics and data analytics? The term business analytics refers to combination of skills, tools, applications that allow business to measure and improve the effectiveness of core business functions such as marketing, customer service, sales, or information technology. Whereas data analytics involves combing through massive data sets to reveal patterns and trends, draw conclusion about hypotheses, and support business decisions with database insights. Very simple. Data analytics is a very pure thing. It is like a vanilla ice cream. On top of the vanilla ice cream, you can add any flavor. You can add a strawberry flavor. You can add a chocolate flavor. You can add a pineapple flavor. You can add whatever flavor that you may like to add. So, data analytics is a very basic function like a vanilla ice cream. Business analytics is a flavor that you are adding. When you use data analytics in business, it becomes business analytics. When you use it in science, it becomes science analytics. When you use it in any other particular function, let us say even in business, if you are using it for HR, it becomes HR analytics or human resource analytics. If you are using it for marketing, it becomes marketing analytics. If you use it for finance, it's called financial analytics. So like that, analytics is a basic raw core part of the system, which can be equated as a vanilla ice cream. Over on top of it, you are adding flavors. These flavors can be called as the business analytics or all the other types of analytics that I have been speaking about. Alright, so what is data science? Now, data science is a very, very interesting topic. Data science is a collective study or a total study of anything and everything that you can do with the data in order to predict the future. See, always there is a problem of prediction. When you are doing a work, today the world is having more people, and a lot of people are doing work than ever before. New products are being produced, new services are being rendered, and things like that. But what is a problem is that there is a scarcity of resource. 100 years ago, this world, this planet had just about 100 crore people. But today, 100 years now, we are having 700 crore people. In India alone, we have 130 crore people as a population, and China is leading at 170 crore. So the population has increased in the last 100 years 7 times, which is phenomenal. And the resources is becoming scarce. For one job, there are 5 people. For one particular, you can see the ration shops, the public distribution system. For just 100 kilograms rice, you have where you had some 20 people some 30 years ago. Today you are having more than about 50-60 people. So for the same product, for the same opportunity, for the same service, for same function, you have competition which is increased multifold, exponentially increased. Therefore, the resources have become scarce. Now, how do we use these resources intelligently so that everybody is satisfied about this, about the resources in hand? The way to do it is data science, right? It helps to understand the resources, the scarcity of the resources, the degree of scarcity, and it tries to distribute the resources amicably. For instance, let us say some 10 years ago, you had 5 apples and you had 10 people and 5 apples and 5 people. There was no confusion. So distribution was happening 1, 1, 1, 1. Today, you are having 5 apples and the people who want the apples are 20. So therefore, you will have to divide the 5 apples between 20 people. So 1 apple can be divided into 2 if it were 10. So the same apple is now divided into 4. That is 1/4 of an apple is given to each one. So that 20 people, all the 20 are able to get. This is a simple mathematics. But imagine you are having 2 billion apples, 4 billion oranges and some 6 billion grapes, and you will have to divide it among 7 billion people. So I am talking about the complexity of the numbers that can be solved only through the techniques of data science. The techniques of data science are nothing but machine learning, artificial intelligence, and etc. So these are the deep learning, etc. These are the upcoming areas, emerging areas where it helps to deal with numbers. Right? So the scope of analytics is that presently in the commerce and management, for customer analytics, marketing, performance, financial, risk analytics. I would want to give a quick example before we end this session. The railways, Indian Railways was running at a loss. So one of the agencies was called to understand the problem and make the railways more successful. So what this analytics company did was, it tried to take data of all the train routes that are in the country and found that close to about 42% of the train routes, hardly 3 people or 4 people used to travel in the train. For example, there are so many cities in Bihar, between 2 or 3 cities, which is about 400 kilometers, the train runs almost without any passenger. So this they understood and they said, please remove those trains, remove those routes, make it non-functional. And then instantly the Indian Railways became profitable. This is a case study in the Harvard today. So like this, data analytics has very, very profound and deep applications, which we will see in the session 2. Thank you.